Got positions there. Of February until we can use our claim. This time, let's get this right. And I will overwrite that save. Move you guys in. Might keep the individual armies and just strengthen them separately. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, so send in the rest of our forces. And go over there and squish that army of a mere 9,000. It's a very fast squishing of the army, too. Now I should be able to just move in and support our besieging forces if they get any funny ideas. This is going to be a pretty short war, also. We are actually losing manpower. Unlike how we've been for a while, where we're losing it but gaining enough to make up for it. Improve opinion maximum? Actually, no. I will grab military tradition cost down, though. I'm going to move you there. Just to get out of some of the attrition. And now we're back up to gaining manpower, despite losing some people to attrition. Go with that. 3.5 gold coming in every month now. And we need a new censor. We'll just get the person who's best at it, essentially. Need for another omen. Our commerce is just slightly more than our taxes, so there we go. That army movement. Got them. So now we'll send in our... I'm doing a bunch of maneuvers here that aren't exactly working out, thanks to those guys keeping up with changing their minds. And it's costing me some manpower, which is kind of annoying. Maybe I should just let them commit and then attack wherever they do. Oh, you're going to lay siege, are you? Well, I say no chance in hell to that. But now, let's crush them in this fight. And then we can deal with that army and do some besieging of our own. And to just finish these people off and get the territory that we deserve in our hands. And just a little side thing I want to mention, but it's really aggravating how this game uses the W, A, S, and D keys for movement, unlike basically all the other Paradox games, which make do with the mouse and the arrow keys. I really prefer the prior method, as arrow keys and mouse for movement is how I like doing that stuff. And it's annoying. Not because I'm not used... Not because I have a problem with having to get used to a new way of doing things, but it's just kind of counterintuitive with games like this. That's what I am trying to say, and failing badly, I might add. And especially because a lot of the keyboard shortcuts, I find, are really a lot different from how things work in EU4. Struggling for words there for a second. Anyways, they're a lot different from EU4. For one thing, H to split in half instead of S because of the movement key thing, and B for the B button for detaching from a siege instead of D. Little things like that. It's probably just an adjustment thing, but I'd really like if I could rebind things like that. If you're watching this Paradox, ability to rebind stuff like that, please. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Anyways, let's take the territory. Put the people who have cash to the sword. Or put everyone who doesn't have cash to the sword. Tear down their fortress. Britannia. That's those guys. Let's start integrating them. Picentia, we have about another 2 years before they can be integrated. We'll move our army into our subjects' territory. Or maybe we won't. Maybe I'll wait a little bit. Another thing we can get from this. Cost sacrifice to the gods, I guess. We have a lot of inventions we need to pick up now, and not making nearly enough civic power. I'm just overflowing in oratory thanks to not needing to lay down claims, but yeah. For now, we're gonna hold off, maybe get about 20,000 manpower. Also probably split the army in half, so that we can do this. I think that'll work. There. Once we reinforce our forces and have sufficient manpower again, then I will jump on them. Oh, what do you know? Samnium. Samnium. Poor Samnium. They no longer have any alliances or defensive leagues. Oh, Samnium, 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 Samnium. You look awfully vulnerable to me. I think we will take you over now. But yes, I'm thinking I'll keep the army separate for now, and we'll just start building up each individually. Unfortunately, it looks like our vassals are deploying their great big armies to try and help us out with this siege when I quite obviously do not need help. That's annoying. Very much so. At least we're gaining manpower in the process. And I can get those idiots out of the way. Because the fact that Samnium continues to exist after this time, I find personally offensive. Very much so, in fact. While we're at it, let's cancel that improve opinions. It's irrelevant now. Sentia, we need to wait until the start of next year to begin annexing them. But once I get them, that'll be a good deal of the north under my control as well. And we are getting quite close, as it happens, to owning half of Italy. And that's not nothing. It's not nothing, for sure, Z's. The next thing I want, though, is heavy infantry discipline. The way I'm playing, the heavy infantry are the backbone of my army, so I think we need them with some discipline. Let's see. According to what this is telling me, Lucania has 26 cohorts, but I'm only seeing about 8. Some of them might be under strength, true, and probably some are outside of what we can see. But that seems a little bit over the top, even with that, even with bearing that in mind. This particular fort we can tear down now. It's nowhere near the front lines, and I don't need to have an excessive number of forts. Let's see. Get rid of a couple up here as well, because there's no need for them. A few of the coastal ones we might keep, but I don't need all of these. And 2 forts over here. That's basically irrelevant. Just going on a mad tear down those damn forts that we no longer require spree, I suppose. The one just north of Rome, and that one I'll keep. At least until we conquer the Etruscans, because those guard the gateway into Etruscan territory. And I might put up one or two on the coastline eventually. I haven't decided yet. Croton there. Also, they've got themselves. It's a bit of a... they're pretty vulnerable. I should use that to invade them. I also need to bulk up how many ships are in my fleet a bit. We'll get a handful more on the go. Also, let's murder those pirates, please. I don't want pirates near what will soon be my shores. Let's finish them off. That siege will be over shortly. Where's the pirates headed? Signor Tarentus. Which will be over there. We can kill the pirates and get in a position to do a good naval invasion soon. Two birds with one stone. Actually, we'll chase them around a bit and just finish them off. Siege is won. Sue for peace. I'll be having all your stuff. And they're going to keep at it with the running away thing. Another note to the developers. I don't know why I do this, because it's basically a given that they will never watch this video. But one feature that would be kind of nice to have, if you have any interests at all in this sort of thing, is the ability to set my ships to just pursue an enemy fleet until it's dead. Just keep on fighting them until they're completely wiped out, rather than having to manually give the order or anything. Because when it comes to pirates, that's what I always want to do, so having the option to automate little things like that, I would find really nice. Also, these pirates are really damn stubborn. I wish they would just die. We're having to just carve through them bit by bit, and I don't enjoy that. Not in the slightest. Go kill me some pirates, please. Although the single vessel could probably have done it. There, that's the end of the pirates. So now, I'll send this one army to head over there. I have no claims on them, but I can fabricate one. So then I'll move the ships there. gives my army the chance to recover the tiny bit of manpower it lost, before we plunge straight into another war, too. The Senate's fine with that, though, unlike the last couple of wars. So we will declare on them, and go squish their army. Goodbye, enemy army. Detach what we need, then move out the rest so we're not pointlessly wasting manpower. And get on with the siege. This will be over soonish. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that pause, everyone, but my dad interrupted me to say goodnight because he's going to bed. But I just went ahead and skipped some of the more some of the boring, let's just say, waiting for the siege to be done. So we have now sieged out the province. I get a couple of random inventions, nothing really worth mentioning. Now we take the province. Lose that AE. We can merge up our forces then, and bring the fleet into port. Let's see. Badon. Who is Regium or what? Oh, Regium is those guys down there. They are attacking and laying siege to Lucania's only friend. So it looks like they have quite a large army. So I will be transporting the rest of my forces over to here. This is quite a boon I've been given. And it's one I intend to take full advantage of. Pondian doesn't have a positive opinion of me. But I have an idea. It's going to cost me quite a lot of manpower. Or it might not, if what I think is going to happen happens. This all hinges on oh, that went to Syracuse, who has united their little island down there. But Syracuse only has 16 cohorts, and only 3 ships in their fleet. I have 15 ships in my fleet. If I wanted to go to war with Syracuse, I could potentially just blockade them. I'd rather not a war with Syracuse, but... And Syracuse does not have much manpower either. But... let's see. I'll move one army up there, and I'm going to try to take Rhegium, if possible. I don't have a war goal right now, but I'll fabricate a claim on them. And for now, we're going to stab a pig and get another stability. I can declare war on the 1st of July. There. Now I want to get... I want my army into position before we start attacking. Oh, they can call in Syracuse. That's a bit concerning. And kind of negates my whole plan. Along with the fact that Syracuse having 24,000 troops is not going to help out much. Do you know, actually I think I'll postpone that plan. War with Syracuse not happening. Rhegium calls for aid against Carthage. What will this do? We get military expansion, our stuff costs less, we get 10,000 manpower, and claims on Carthage. Why not? This will probably screw me over and end up with us being killed by Carthage or some such. But I like to live on the edge. What can I say? I enjoy doing things the exciting way. Oh, Syracuse is allied with them, so no point in postponing that, I guess. So what I'm going to do here, because we're going to have to fight Syracuse. Oh, would you look at that? Syracuse is fighting Carthage. I think we can use this. They're fighting Carthage. So their troops, as you can see there, will be diverted. We blockade this crossing and declare war on Rhegium instead of Syracuse. And Lucania will not be able to get involved. Not in the slightest. I think this should work. New fleet commander. First, I'm going to save the game. And then... declare war on Regium. The Senate doesn't like that, apparently. It will increase tyranny. Come on, Senate. Don't be like this. These guys like us quite a lot now, so... I think it's time to start working on our last subject. Make them like us enough we can annex them. And no. Sorry, Senate. But we need that declaration of war. And my importing of grain is over. Probably going to hit the income a bit. You can lay siege to that. You're done taking it. And then lay siege to Regium's thing. Oh, so Lucania did decide to involve themselves. I'm annoyed. That I didn't predict that. It's quite aggravating. Now, time to see if we can't defeat them regardless. Here's to hoping. Here's to hoping. I have a lot of money. We can afford to maintain a mercenary army for a little while. These guys are attacking on a different front. But I'm going to crush them with our army of mercs. I have enough money saved up that I can easily foot the bill for a while. We won that battle up north. Now let's start reclaiming that and start laying siege to them. Goodbye vegetable imports. We can send them north now. I've laid claim to all Syracuse's stuff that I'm after. Again, I will save here just in case the peace deal doesn't do what I think it'll do. I'm pretty sure it will. Kanya. I conquer them outright and take their money. I cannot force an ally to abandon someone in war unless 36 months have passed. About another 6 months or so required for that. So I'll just continue our sieging. And we're busy stealing population. Nice. Continue on with the occupation. Syracuse. Who now hold? They have occupied all of Carthage's territory on Syracuse. If they want to take that off them for me, I'm not going to complain. Guys, move up and lay siege to that. We're fine as far as manpower is concerned. But in comes the Syracusan army. They're just currently just stand around. And now they're going to attack. I need them to actually commit to their attack before I send in our reserves. I'll send mercenaries back over. Just in case. Hello, religious advances. Now, I should have just unpaused. Funny how that works, that having the game unpaused causes time to advance. Bizarre how that works, I know. Shame they're not fleeing in a direction I can advance in. That would have been nice. More citizen output, please. But we're doing a good job of crushing their asses. Now, still getting manpower at a nice rate. And I will, I think, get a little ambitious and see if I can't take the whole of Syracuse during this war. Also, Lucania, I'll be having all your territory. There. Lucania is ours now. And we have quite a few forts that need decommissioning. Because they don't matter. Including this one. I don't need that, either. Kentian Revolt. Apparently they had that same problem, so I'm gonna have to have a conversation with them later on. The bastards. Keeping me from winning my wars as fast as I'd like. How bloody inconsiderate of them. I mean, really. Now, I need to finish laying siege to this. Yep. Take it for my own. Still losing money. Thanks to the mercenaries, but not nearly as much. There's 15,000 enemy troops. They're falling back, though. But I want to take this cautiously. Can't do anything with that, unfortunately. This under siege. Or we could not. 18,000 strong enemy army approaching. I need to consolidate these two forces up there and crush it. That, then you join in. Oh yes, I do love these battles. They're so amazing to watch. Siege is won, though. It's time for us to declare total victory. Annex Syracuse and claim a good chunk of Italy. Combined values higher than 100%, apparently. That's a problem. Maybe... yeah. Just ask for a little less money, and can get what we want. But we're about to become a major power, so hooray for Rome. We lose more civic power than we have, but the population can start to convert to being Roman. We're a major power, so now we can guarantee countries, threaten war, support rebels, have alliances, and we get more capital import routes and some other bonuses. That's nice. Let's see. We've also just taken Syracuse, but I'm not going to loot and plunder it, as entertaining as that might be. It's become an essential part of Rome. But we are going to put your people to the sword. I don't need you. And we'll fire the mercs. There we go. I control the bulk of southern Italy now, with the exception of a single vassal state that will be getting annexed as soon as possible. Trade route we can't use. Wonderful. But now, I'm sending both my armies north. Our research ratio is getting shitty. Our income has shot up though. We're making 12 a month now. So I can probably afford to either one, buff up one of our 2 legions a little bit, or 2, recruit an entirely new legion. Because I think we're getting to the stage where we need some additional armies to be fielded. I mean, we could do that. There's nothing actually preventing it. But on the flip side, we're kind of lacking in manpower right now. Manpower is the resource that we're having trouble with, so I'll split up the armies like that, and we can replenish by having them travel separately. Also, pirates die. That's the purpose of pirates, to wind up dead. At least that's how I see it. see if I can't make that the case, and I'm getting rid of that fort. We no longer need it. These two as well can just be removed. They're no longer a necessity for the defense of the state. And, a lot of these forts were also ones that I inherited from feudatories, so I'm only just now getting around to removing them. I think we want to import some glass, though. Boost our commercial income. No, that would be importing it from our own territory, actually. Hemp, though. Again, from our own territory. First, yeah, everything we can import will just be going from our own territory to our own territory. I think I'd like to avoid that for now. We have a new leader, so we need a new sensor. No, I'll hold off for now. There's plenty of places I could set up a trade route from, but all of it would be going from one province to another. And the inter-empire trade mechanic is one that I don't quite get currently. I know you may not have access to revolting twats. I'm offended by your very existence, and you must die. And so I'm sending my army over to lay siege. No, probably especially a good idea, because Etruria just annexed them. Yes, we're going to need some additional armies and things for that. But I think we're ending at a good point. Rome, i.e. me, is basically as powerful as we've ever been. I am, at this point, I think, probably the most powerful, or one of the most powerful states in all of Italy. We're not on par with Egypt or the Seleucid Empire, or God forbid the Marians yet, but getting there. And probably not quite in the same league as Macedon just yet either. Also, look at the fucking Frisians. They've just completely collapsed in on themselves. Phrygia has completely exploded. They're in pieces and fighting so many wars at the same time. Their history, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. Phrygia is history. I wonder if anyone else is going to try to move in and take over the region and stabilize it, or if this will just be their end. But anyways, I'm going to end this episode here. So, next time, I think we will be beginning our campaign against the Etruscans to try and wrest control of northern Italy away from them. After which, it will be either A, war with the Carthaginians, or B, pushing into Gaul. I haven't decided. But let's do it for this episode. So, this has been DarkPhoenix Gaming. You've been watching my Imperator Rome mini-series. Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this, then please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to see more like this. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you then, folks. I'll see you then.